Let's look at the solutions of CAT 2020 slot 2 QA section. The sum of perimeters of an equilateral triangle and the rectangle is 90 centimeters. The area of the triangle and the area of the rectangle, both in square centimeters, satisfy the relationship R is equal to T square. If the sides of the rectangle are in the ratio of 1:3, then the length in centimeter of the longer side of the rectangle is. First thing I would do is leave it for round 2. I am not making equations out of this right now, but given that we are doing analysis part of it, let us see. Let's say the 3 sides equilateral triangle and the rectangle. This is B, this is C. So what we have is 3A plus 2B plus 2C is 90. First relationship is done. The area of the triangle and area of the rectangle. So BC is equal to root 3 by 4 A square whole square. Okay. If the sides of the rectangle are in the ratio 1:3, 3B, this is 6B, this is 2B, so this is 8B, and this is 3B square. Then the length in centimeter of the longer side of the rectangle. So we need 3B. Finally, I need a value of 3B, or I need a value of B. Okay. First thing I can see is 3B square is 3 by 16 A raised to the power 4. So cancel, cancel. So B is equal to A square by 4. Okay. Let me put that here. 3A plus 2A square is equal to 90. 2A square plus 3A minus 90 is equal to 0. 2A square plus 15A minus 12A minus 90 is equal to 0. 2A plus 15 minus 6. 2A plus 15, everything is right. So A is equal to 6. If A is equal to 6, B is equal to 9. Final thing I need is 3B. So answer should be option 2, 27. Is this correct, people? Today I don't know the correct answers beforehand. Therefore, I would also need input. May we move to the next question? May we move? May we move? Good. I have 2 M's so far. In May, John bought the same amount of rice and the same amount of wheat as he had bought in April, but spent 150 more due to price increase of rice and wheat by 20% and 12% respectively. अप्रैल से मई जा रहे हैं 150 रुपया बढ़ रहा है, राइस में 20%, इसमें 12%. If John had spent 450 on rice in April, तो उसको तो 20% बढ़ना था, 90 रुपये बढ़े, तो बाकी 60 रुपये इसमें बढ़े. 60 रुपये 12% के बराबर है, तो 5 रुपये 1% के बराबर है. तो वीट पे 500 किया था. Then how much did he spend on wheat in May? 12% फालतू डाला था, तो 560 ऐसा रहेगा. But again, let's solve it properly. Previously it was rice and wheat. And this was equal to now in the subsequent period it became 120 by 100 rice plus 112 by 100 wheat. एक तो ऐसे ही 12% बढ़ने से ये दिख रहा है 100% to 112% अगर जा रहे हो, this is as good as 28 by 25. So whatever price you end up getting has to be a multiple of 28. इन options में से तो बस यही एक भाई है जो चल सकता है, और किसी का चलने का स्कोप भी नहीं है. But anyway, if we were doing it equation way, so we know this minus this is 150. Okay. So 20 by 100 R plus 12 by 100 W is equal to 150. Now we also know the value of R, 450 here. So 20 by 100 into 450 plus 12 by 100 into W is equal to 150. Cancel, cancel, 5, cancel, 90. 12 W by 100 is equal to 60. Cancel, cancel, 5. Or the price of wheat initially is 500. Now, the price that you pay for wheat in May is this much. So 112 by 100 into 500. Cancel, 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 cancel. Gives me 560. Has to be option 3 only. This is the equation way. Otherwise, if you understand maths, you can do it mentally also. This is a fairly simple question. This is a round 1 question. Doesn't require this. I would definitely have done it later. This one I would have done straight away. This one now. Acha, sorry. Maybe move people, maybe move. Okay. In a car race, A beats B by 45 kilometers. Car B beats C by 50 kilometers. Car A beats car C by 90 kilometers. The distance in kilometer over which the race has been conducted is. Can you also remember there was a very, very similar question to this in slot 1? There was precise, very similar question to this in slot 1. Okay, so I see in the time that B has covered 45, he has managed to increase his lead over C by 5. Finally, he has a lead of 50. So distance should be 450. Diagrammatically, and these are answers that I don't even need your assurance in. I'm sure I've done it right because they are so simple. When A is here, B is 45 piche, C is 90 piche. So the time that B has come here, C is 50 piche. Matlab, look at this. From the moment that A finished the race to the moment that B finished the race. From the moment that A finished the race to the moment that B finished the race. Can you see? B has run 45 kilometers in that duration. From the moment A finished the race to the moment B finished the race, B has run 45 kilometers. C was previously 90 kilometers away from the finishing line. Now he's 50 kilometers away from the finishing line. Can I say C has run in that duration 40 kilometers from the time that A has finished the race to the time that B has finished the race? These are the distances covered by them. Times are identical. Therefore, the ratio of distance is also the ratio of their speeds. Any which way you want to push it. So if speed of B is to speed of C is equal to 9:8. So from the beginning of the race, from the start of the race to the end of the race, from the start of the race to the end of the race, purely in ratio terms, the difference in distance traveled by them will be 1, and that is given to me as 50 kilometers. 1 unit of ratio is equal to 50 kilometers. So C would have covered a distance of 400 kilometers by then. B would have covered a distance of 450 kilometers by then. Or the length of the race is 450 kilometers in total. Again, a round 1 question. Round 1 question. Okay. Sorry. Maybe move. Maybe move. Maybe move. John takes twice as much time as Jack to finish a job. So John, his efficiency is 1. Jack's efficiency is 2. Jack and Jim together take 1/3 of the time to finish the job that John takes working alone. So efficiency of John, Jack and Jim is 1 because these people are supposed to be 3 together. This person is supposed to be 1. Moreover, in order to finish the job, John takes 3 days more than what taken by all three of them working together. So let's say all three of them take X days. So X done at the rate of 4 minus, sorry, what am I doing? This person will take 4, no? X done at the rate of 1 minus X done at the rate of 4 will be equal to 3. So 4x minus x is equal to 12, or x is equal to 4. So total work is 4. John will take 4 days. Jack will take 2 days. Jim will take 4 days. In how many days will Jim finish the job working alone? Answer will be 4 days. This would probably be a question that I end up doing in round 1, but it will require some sort of interpretation from my end. I mean, this is not the penniless round 1. This is a with pen round 1 question. It will still take very little amount of time to get the right answer here. Make sense? Maybe move, maybe move. Let the mth and the nth terms of a geometric progression be 3 by 4 and 12 respectively, where m is lower than n. If the common ratio of the progression is an integer r, then the smallest possible value of r plus n minus m is 2. M is lower than n. So I'm saying let the first m is 1 only. First term is 3 by 4. And then after some time, we get to 12. Cool. We don't know. This is the nth term. This is a round 2 question for me. This is definitely a round 2 question for me. Not doing it in round 1. Too many things to be worried about. Okay. So if this is the first term, the expression here is a. Here the expression will be a r raised to the power k. I'm using k because n has been used here. So a r raised to the power k by a is equal to 12 by 3 into 4 or equal to 16. R raised to the power k is equal to 16. So this can be 16 raised to the power 1 or 4 raised to the power 2 or 2 raised to the power 4. These are the only possibilities. So R can be 16, in which case M will be equal to 1 and N will be equal to 2. And then R could be equal to 4. Oh, let me also record this. K is equal to 1. K is equal to 2 here, no? Nice. So M is equal to 1. N is equal to 3. R is equal to 2. M is equal to 1. K is equal to 4. So N will be equal to 5. But the interesting thing that you should pay attention to is, because this is an integer r, nobody said it had to necessarily be a positive integer. It can be a negative integer also. Given that it can also be a negative integer, what you can look at is whenever the power is even, r could be positive and negative both. So r equal to -4, m equal to 1, n equal to 3, and k equal to 2. This case is also valid. And k equal to 4, r equal to -2, m equal to 1, and n equal to 5. This case is also valid. Okay. So we have to find the smallest possible value of r plus n minus n. R plus n minus n, here I get 17, 4 plus 3 minus 1, I get 6. R 2 plus 5 minus 1, I get 6. Minus 4 plus 3 minus 1, minus 1. So I get minus 2. Minus 2 plus 5, so 3, 3 plus 1, 4. Of these, clearly this is the smallest. So option 1. I'm not sure. Is this correct, people? Okay, I am happy. This is very trappy. This is very trappy. Round 2. Up to you, bhai. Whatever. I am saying this would be round 2. Initially तो नहीं आया था thought. Initially तो यहाँ thought नहीं आया था कि R नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है. बट यहाँ पे जब K की वैल्यू साइड में लिखना चालू करो तो R नेगेटिव हो सकता है, वो पॉसिबिलिटी भी आ रही है. So you have to take care of that as well. May we move? Okay. If x and y are positive numbers satisfying x plus y is equal to 102, then the maximum possible value of 2601, 1 plus 1 by x, 1 plus 1 by y, we need max value of this. I know this number to be 51 square. ठीक है, तो आंसर 52 स्क्वायर होगा, 2704 होगा आंसर ना. ठीक है, तो वो तो उस सेट है, लेकिन थॉट क्या होना चाहिए? हाउ डू यू आइडेंटिफाई दैट? हियर इज there are two cases, maximum minimum. Can you see x and y are as good as in this final expression and in this initial expression? If you replaced x with y and y with x, it would not change at all. A substitution can take place, precise substitution can take place. So take x equal to y. If you take x equal to y, you end up with 52 by 51 here and 52 by 51 here and 2601 here. Cancel, you end up with 2704 works. But this is one extreme. We don't know if this is the maximum or minimum. This is one extreme. Let us take another extreme. Can I take it as 102? 102. So then I would get, let's say, 2601 into 1 plus 1 by 2. That will be 3 by 2 into 101 by 100. Okay. Forget everything else. If I get this here, 26.01. 26.01 into 101 into 1.5. This is much larger. This is extremely large. This is definitely greater than 2601 plus. So this is 3900-ish. 3900-ish in value. So of course this is larger because we needed the minimum possible value. This has to be the case. Answer will be 2704. Okay, people. Okay. Maybe move. This would be round 1. This would definitely be round 1. Okay, this one now. 1 minus log b by log a plus 1 minus log a by log b. Okay, so we get 2 minus log b by log a plus log a by log b. Basically reciprocals of each other. So this portion, the value of this expression, a line a being less than equal to b blah blah, cannot be equal to, I don't care. I'm just saying this portion here has to be greater than equal to 2. If this has to be greater than equal to 2, this entire expression has to be less than equal to 0. So it cannot be equal to option 2, 1. It cannot be equal to option 2, 1. Again, can you see, just like slot 1 paper, the entire processing here is limited to opening up the log terms. As long as you open it up, somebody might have trouble with this. So I will write it down this way. Yes, this is what the entire expression is. So from here, you can see how this is one, how this is one, how this is opening up, how this is opening up. Basically, this entire thing is dependent on you opening up the log terms and then knowing this. Have you also seen across the two papers or one and one partial paper, this idea that x plus 1 by x has to be greater than equal to 2 for all real values of x is something that gets used quite often. At least in the last year's paper, this idea got used quite often. There were several questions that were dependent on you knowing this insight. Okay, let's work forward. Maybe move, maybe move. In how many ways can a pair of integers xa be chosen such that x square minus 2 mod x plus a minus 2 is equal to 0? Of course, round 2. Of course, round 2. Can't see anything right now. Except this. Saw it, saw it, saw it. Look at this. Is this a valid rearrangement of the terms? Is this a valid rearrangement of the terms? If this is a valid rearrangement of terms, can I say x square has to be less than equal to 2 mod x? X square has to be less than equal to 2 mod x. What all values can x take? The only possible values that x can take are -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. These are the only cases x can take. If x square is less than 2 times of x, then the only possible values that x can take are these. Yes. First step of counting, I can see. So if x is -2, the x square will be 4, 2x will be 4. So this has to be 0. So a will have to be 2. This is x, no? A will have to be 2 here. Okay. If this is 1, this is 2, this will have to be 1. So A can be 3 or 1. Full. If this is 0, this is 0. A will have to be 2. If this is 1, this is 2. A will have to be 3 or 1. If this is 4, this is 4. A will have to be 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cases will get created. But this is difficult to see, people. I'm extremely proud of the way I've done it. This is difficult to see. I'm extremely proud of how I've seen it. Does this make sense, what I have done processing wise? Does this make sense, people? Little unclear. See this, see this. Expression was x square minus 2 mod x plus a minus 2 is equal to 0. Now my trigger Ankit was this is positive, this is positive, this is negative. I know this has to be positive, this has to be positive, this has to be negative. So instead of treating this as negative, I took it to the other side. This has to be equal to 2 mod x. Now, x square plus something takes me to 2 mod x. Can I say x square has to be less than equal to 2 mod x? It has to be less than that, because right now, whatever pairings I had to make, I had no head or tail of what to take as x or what to take as a. I was trying to define some limit by which I can list down these are the cases for x that I have to check, or these are the cases for a that I have to check. I don't have to check anymore. Once I reach this place, x square is less than 2x. X square is less than 2x, or x square is less than minus 2x. These are the two possibilities that turn out. From here, when you take it to the other side, x square minus 2x is less than 0. So x into x minus 2 is less than 0, less than equal to 0. Can you see what all possibilities of x can you get? You can get x equal to 0 or 1 or 2. These three values are possible. When you do it for this portion, when you do it for this portion, you will get x square, x plus 2 is less than 0. So x equal to 0 or minus 1 or minus 2. These are the only cases that are possible. Basically, have I found a precise range for what values x can take? And once I've got a precise range for what values x can take, then I can go ahead and check it for a. Once I've got precise value, say this has to be 0 to give me 4, this has to be 1 to give me 1, this has to be 0 to give me this has to be 1, this has to be 0. I'm sure there also will be a path by which you can prove that this can only take a value of 0 to 1. A minus 2 mod can only take a value of 0 to 1. But for me, the trigger was x value. From that I worked. Is it clearer, Ankit? Maybe move. But this is round 2. This is definitely round 2. This is not something I would waste. See, right now I'm working in a very dystopian world wherein, despite me not getting the instinct trigger, I'm still solving it, which is not ideal. Exam mein to nahi aata to bhago. Maybe move. Please, let's move. Hopefully, okay. Students in a college have to choose at least 2 subjects from chemistry, mathematics, and physics. The number of students choosing all 3 subjects is 80. Okay. Students in a college have to choose physics, chemistry, maths. All 3 subjects is 80. Choosing mathematics as one of their subjects is 23. So these 2 regions together add up to 5. Choosing all 3 subjects is 18. Okay. And choosing physics as one of their subjects is 25. So this is 7. The smallest possible number of students who could choose chemistry as one of their subjects. We want to minimize chemistry. Okay. So we want to maximize this region. Let this be 5. This will be 2. This will be 0. Life is simple. Smallest possible number of students who could choose chemistry as one of their subjects is 20. Round 1, option 1. And I'm certain of this. I'm absolutely certain of this. This is correct. Yes. Very straightforward. Hopefully nobody makes equations out of this. Equations are the bane of the world. Maybe move. For real x, the maximum possible value of x by under root 1 plus x raised to the power 4. Round 2. Straight away jump to round 2. I can't see what is to be done. Okay. What is helping me is I can see everywhere I see. I'm getting the numerator as 1 in all the 4 options. I'm getting numerator as 1. So I'm trying to get numerator here as 1. This will turn to 1 by under root of 1 plus x raised to the power 4 by x square, which will be equal to 1 by under root 1 plus 1 by x square plus x square. And we have our favorite expression here. अच्छा, ये अंडर रूट के पार्ट में है ना अर्पण, डिनोमिनेटर में. सो आइडियली इट विल बी 1 बाय अंडर रूट 1 प्लस एक्स रेज़ टू द पावर 4 बाय x. इसको भी अगर अंडर रूट में लेना है तो इसको x स्क्वायर करना पड़ेगा ना. तो वैसे अब पूरी चीज ही अंडर रूट हो गई. सो वी हैव रीच्ड आवर फेवरेट एक्सप्रेशन. इट शुड बी 3 then. A plus 1 by a max value has to be 2. So yeah, sorry, min value has to be 2. So max value of the entire expression has to be this. Yes. So then I'm sure there is a technical way of doing this. ये तो जुगाड़ है. This is not technical. This is absolutely जुगाड़. Sad thing is I don't know the technical way of doing this. I know how to do this something. Value put करके. I don't know what value will you put. This is technical. Okay. This is not technical. Can't start with y here. Equal to y. Something like this. Yeah, the panga is I would get y square by x square is equal to 1 by 1 plus x raised to the power 4. After this, the best I can think of is taking x square as t. So we end up with y square t square minus t plus y square is equal to 0. कुछ ऐसा एक्सप्रेशन बनेगा. और इसके आगे हम क्या करें. t के लिए हम श्रीधराचार्य जो है वो लगाएं. t is equal to minus minus तो plus 1 under root. t has to be real. चलो वो चलते हैं. Of course, if x is real, x square has to be real. So let's go. B square 1. कुछ गड़बड़ कर दी क्या रास्ते में. One minus 4 y raised to the power 4. यहाँ पे क्या y raised to the power 4 क्यों. अरे वो तो ठीक है, ये तो हम खेल जाएंगे, उसकी दिक्कत नहीं है. ये तो हम खेल जाएंगे, ये तो हम खेल जाएंगे, चलेगा. पंगा ये है कि ये देख रहे हो, दिस इज एक्सट्रीमली फ्राइटनिंग. This has to be greater than equal to 0. So 4y raised to the power 4 has to be less than equal to 1. Oh, so y raised to the power 4 has to be less than equal to 1. So y is 1 by 4. So y square has to be less than equal to 1 by 2. So y has to be less than equal to 1 by root 2. This will be the technical way. This will be the technical way, no? Nice. But I am never doing this in exam. This is beyond my scope of learning. I am never doing this in exam. Ankit, this is the technical way. Equal to a variable रख के फिर काम करना. I am not doing this in exam. I am doing जुगाड़बाजी. I am trying to take. If trigger doesn't strike, okay. See, if it trigger doesn't strike, move away. At least for the first round, move away. अरे मेन तो होना चाहिए इन डिनोमिनेटर, बट हम वंस यू रीच इसको, इस पूरे एक्सप्रेशन को हमने y के बराबर रखा था, y का वैल्यू मेरा लेस देन 1/√2 आ गया यहाँ से, और क्या चाहिए मेरे को इससे? लेट्स गो, maybe move. दिस इज मी। नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, कस्टम जिंदगी में कभी नहीं डाल के देखेंगे हम ये। There is absolutely no point in checking values here. क्या वैल्यू आएगा उससे अपने को क्या करना? Maybe move people, maybe move. I can't plug numbers here. The very fact, अच्छा, you are saying let's plug in, अच्छा, you think -1 0 1 2 ये वैल्यूज पुट करें और फिर ग्राफ बनाए। ग्राफ तो मेरे को आता ही नहीं। पुट 1 करेंगे 1/√2। अरे इतनी मेहनत क्यों करनी भाई, नहीं आता मेरे को, मेरे को जो आता हम कर चुके हैं। एक्स को नीचे ले जाएंगे, डिवाइड करेंगे, काम चल जाएगा। दिस इज इट, बाकी देख लेना। लेट्स गो फॉरवर्ड, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड पीपल। Aaron bought some pencils and sharpeners. अच्छा, initial impressions, हाँ भाई कल के पेपर से तो टफ है। Aaron bought some pencils and sharpeners, spending the same amount of money as Aaron. Aditya bought twice as many pencils and 10 less sharpeners. If the cost of one sharpener is 2 more than the cost of the pencil, then the minimum possible number of pencils bought by Aaron and Aditya together is. Not that this is difficult, but there is lots of information to capture, so round 2. Let's do this. There is Aaron, there is Adi, there are pencils, there are sharpeners. इसमें अगर A पेंसिल्स खरीदे तो इसने 2A पेंसिल्स खरीदे। इसने अगर B शार्पनर्स खरीदे तो इसने कितने कम खरीदे थे? 10 लेस शार्पनर्स। B -10 शार्पनर्स खरीदे। If the cost of one sharpener is 2 more than the cost of a pencil, तो इसका कॉस्ट अगर x रखें और इसका कॉस्ट अगर x + 2 रखें, ज्यादा ही था ना? ठीक है, so we'll get ax plus bx plus 2b is equal to 2ax plus bx plus 2b minus 10x minus 20, ऐसा। तो ax और ax गया, bx और bx गया, 2b और 2b गया। So ax minus 10x is equal to 20 we have reached. A into, sorry a नहीं, x बाहर ले लेंगे, तो a minus 10 is equal to 20. Then the minimum possible number of pencils bought by Aaron और Aditya. मेरे को मिनिमाइज करना है 3a, तो मेरे को मिनिमाइज करना है a। तो अब a को मिनिमम रखने के लिए क्या रख सकते हैं? यहाँ पे एक ही इक्वेशन बन रहा, और कुछ नहीं है इसमें। फिर से पढ़ एक बार। Aaron bought some pencils and sharpeners, spending the same amount of money as Aaron. Aditya bought twice as many pencils and 10 less sharpeners. The cost of one sharpener is 2 more than the cost of the pencils. ना और तो कुछ नहीं है इसके अंदर, और रैंडम वैल्यू फिट करनी है। ओके, so a has to be equal to 11. मतलब for the minimum case, a has to be equal to 11. Then the minimum possible number of pencils bought by Aaron and Aditya together will be option 2, 33. But काफी अंडरवेलमिंग सवाल है ये तो। ठीक है, Is this understandable, people? There is not a lot of insight here. Chupchap se you put your foot down and you put your head down and solve. You write stuff down and solve. This is more like a are you flustered in the middle of the exam check than any intelligence test. Maybe move, maybe move. The sum of money is split between Amal, Sunil, and Mita, so that the ratio of Amal and Sunil is 3:2, while the ratio of shares of Sunil and Mita is 4:5. So Amal, Sunil, Mita is 645. So the difference between the largest and the smallest of these three shares is 400. This is 400, so 2 units is 400. Then Sunil's share in rupees is 4 units is 800. Okay, this is 800. This is an absolute round one question. Not even asking you to move on. We are moving. Anil buys 12 toys and labels each one with the same selling price. Cool. He sells 8 toys initially at 20% discount on the labeled price. He then sells the remaining 4 toys at an additional 25% discount on the discounted price. Thus, he gets a total of 2112 and makes a 10% profit. With no discount, his percentage of profit would have been. पहली चीज I know is this is useless information. इसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है. हम ले रहे हैं MP 100 8 टॉयज बेच दिया 20% डिस्काउंट पे, तो 80 640 पे बेच दिया, and then 4 toys an additional 25% discount on the discounted price. 25% discount on 80 leads me to selling price of 60. This gives me 240. So all the revenue total SP is 880 and we get a 10% profit. So can I say CP is equal to 800? If SP is 880 if SP is 880 and profit is 10%, CP is 800. With no discount, his percentage of profit would have been 12 चीजों की ये हालत है. 800 से 1200 जा रहा है, 50% का प्रॉफिट होगा. This is a round one question. This is an absolute round one question. No working, no nothing. सीधा सीधा पता चलता है. Maybe move. Then again, it helps me immensely to know that this number is useless. It helps me immensely. Given that all the information is given in percentage terms, and final thing I also need in percentage terms, an absolute value has nothing to contribute here. That insight I have in my head, and therefore I can get to the answer or say this is round one straight away. Maybe move, people, maybe move. Two circular tracks T1 and T2 of radii 120 respectively touch at a point A, starting from A at the same time. Ram and Rahim are walking on track 1 and track 2 at the speeds of 15 and 5 respectively. The number of full rounds that Ram will make before he meets Rahim again for the first time is एक सर्कल, दूसरा सर्कल. This is point A. Can I say the circumference of the larger circle is 5D? Circumference of the larger circle, because the ratio of the radii is 5:1. Circumference of the larger circle is 5D and circumference of the smaller circle is D. Yes. These are circumferences of the two circles. Now, the first guy is covering the first circle at the rate of 3. The second guy is covering the second circle at the rate of 1. Yes. I'm not really concerned with precise numbers. I can go precise numbers, wouldn't make a difference. Wouldn't make a difference, but ratio of 3, ratio of 1. So, can I say this guy completes a round after, these are times. These are times. For Ram, this is the time. For Rahim, this is the time. Rahim completes one round in D. Ram completes one round in 5D by 3. If I need, precisely, we need LCM of time. After how many rounds? After what time will both of them complete full rounds? I need LCM of 5D by 3, comma D by 1, which is as good as 5D. LCM of numerator and HCF of denominators. This is time after which both are at A. Yes. Yes, no, we don't get it. So Ram completes one round in 5D by 3. After 5D time, how much distance would he have covered? 5D divided by 5D by 3. Is this equal to 3? After 3 rounds, Ram will be here. And in that time, how many rounds would Rahim have completed? In that time, how many rounds would Rahim have completed? Rahim would have completed 5 rounds. This is his one time, no? Time for one round, total time taken. So he has done 5 rounds. Cool. 3 rounds, 5 rounds, work is done. These numbers are only there for ratio purposes. These numbers don't really have a value themselves. Maybe move. This is, wait, this is also round 1. I would have done it in round 1. Maybe move, maybe move. Q. How many 4-digit numbers, each greater than 1000 and each having all 4 digits distinct, are there with 7 coming before 3? Okay. Let me do it the inefficient way first. Of course, I'll do it in round 1, but let me do it the inefficient way first. 7 3 7 3 7 3 7 3 7 3 7 3. These 2 blanks, all 4 distinct digits, no? So 2 digits. So this can be filled up in 8 into 7 ways, 8 into 7 ways, 8 into 7 ways, 7 into 7 ways, 7 into 7 ways, 7 into 7 ways. So basically we have 24 into 7 plus 21 into 7 or 45 into 7 or 315. Yes. 315 is correct. Now this is the long run way. How I would have thought of it is, in the exam I would not do this. In the exam I would do this. See, my problem is only 0 should not come in the leading place, so no zeros involved. In that case, I have a 7 and 3 definitely. Sorry, I have a 7 and a 3 definitely. I need 2 more non-zero numbers. They can be selected in 70 C2 ways. Now out of the 4 blanks, I select 2 blanks where 7 and 3 will go. And the remaining 2 digits can be rearranged in 2 factorial ways. This is when no zeros are involved. When a 0 is indeed involved, these 3 digits are fixed. So the remaining digit will be selected in 7C1 ways. Now, first I will fix 0 somewhere in the later portion, in the latter portions. So 3C1 Now out of the remaining 3 spots, select 2 spots for 7 and 3. C2, the last digit, whatever is remaining, it will go there. This will give me 7C2 is 21 into 6 into 2. This is 21 into 3. Again, this is turning into 21 into 15, which is 315. There are no two ways for arranging 7 and 3 because then 7 is coming before 3. If 7 is coming after 3 also, then 7 and 3 का फिर कुछ गेम ही नहीं रहा ना, फिर arrangement के इतना मेहनत ही क्या लगता है. This is what I would have done in exam. But in case somebody wanted to count it down, if you want to count it down, every individual case where 7 is in front of 3 and then make 6 cases, that is also possible, which is also a beautiful characteristic of CAT PNC. They rarely ever give you very large questions in which you have to make tons of cases. You have to be very careful with the cases that you make, but they rarely ever give you in which lots of cases have to be considered or very minute cases have to be taken care of. As long as you know basic of PNC, your CAT PNC will be handled. Okay, maybe move. Maybe move, maybe move. Let's go. The number of pairs of integers x, y satisfying x is greater than y is greater than, okay. Round 1, I am rating it. The number of pairs of integers x, y satisfying x is greater than equal to y is greater than equal to minus 20 and 2x plus 5y is equal to 99. Can you see one possible solution set? This you can see straight away, no? Hopefully everyone can see this straight away. After this, given that this is just 99, again, you can do the mehnat and go down this path. 42, 3, 37, 5, 32, 7, 27, 9, 42, 11, 20. Where am I going? 32, 22, 11, 17, 13. Yes, you can go down this path and count it this way. And then beyond this, no case will be acceptable. Or should I not tell you? What is the gap between these two? 46. Every time you go here, you are reducing it by 5. Every time you go here, you are increasing it by 2. Can I see the gap is shrinking at the rate of 7? In every subsequent case, gap is shrinking. See, what I want you to think of or possibly see here is, you've got this case 47 and 1. Now in every step, gap is shrinking at the rate of 7. 46 minus 7n has to be greater than equal to 0. What is the largest possible value of n that you can take? What is the largest possible value of n that you can take? So there are 6 cases here. You don't really need to write all these numbers down. You can straight away come to this conclusion. There are 6 cases here that come after this. Now, when you work backwards, even here, can you see minus 1, 52? X is going back very simply. X is going back very simply. And as in X is increasing, Y is decreasing. So this condition will get continued up until this point. I don't really need what value of X comes out here. You will get 10 cases here, all odd numbers. And you will get 7 cases here. Altogether, you will get 17 cases. In case you want to be extremely thorough, You want to write down all cases? That is also a possibility, although not recommended. Why I'm talking of this 46 and gap and everything is just changing the question slightly. Let's say this was not 99, this was 198. Let's say this was 198. Can you still do it fast now? Hopefully. First case would be what? Y equal to 2 and x equal to 94. Y equal to 2 and x equal to 94. The gap between them is 92. There will be 13 cases after this. You don't really need to write down every individual case. You can straight away go, there will be 13 cases after this. And when you go backwards, this list remains identical. This list remains identical. No problem at all. This list is on account of this 20. This list is on account of x greater than y. The two conditions are playing at different places. The answer to the original question is of course 17. The answer to the original question is of course 17, but hopefully we learned something additional also. But I don't know if people are good watching this video want to learn something additional. Let me just complete the storyline. And can you now see why I'm saying round one, why this can be done mentally? The first case of 47 and 1 is seen mentally. 46 in steps of 7, 6 more cases here, 10 more cases here, 10 plus 6 plus 1, 17 cases you can get. Understandable, people, understandable. Let's move. If x and y are non-negative integers such that x plus 9 is equal to z, y plus 1 is equal to z, and x plus y is less than z plus 5, then the maximum possible value of 2x plus y equals. This is nice. X, y, z. This is x plus 8, and this is x plus 9. As good as that. So 2x plus 8 is less than x plus 14. X is less than 6. These are integers. Maximum possible value of 2x plus y. X can be maximum 5, y will be 13. So 10 plus 13. Maximum value will be 23. Yes. There are simpler questions. There are definitely simpler questions later on. A and B are 2 points on a straight line. Ram runs from A to B, while Rahim runs from B to A. After crossing each other, Ram and Rahim, round one, forgot about it. After crossing each other, Ram and Rahim reach their destinations in 1 minute and 4 minutes respectively. If they start at the same time, then the ratio of Ram's speed to Rahim's speed is option 1, 2. Do we need explanation on this or do we know this? Under root T1 by T2 is equal to S2 by S1. This is again a repetition of the question of slot 1. No? This is the time after meeting to the destination when they start simultaneously. There are other conditions. Don't randomly fit this. When they start together and the time taken here is from the meeting spot to the destination or the initial point of the other one. Okay. So 4, 1. This is slot 1 question, precisely the same question all over again. Okay. This I hope everyone says round 1. The distance from B to C is thrice that of A to B. 2 trains travel from A to C via B. The speed of train 2 is double that of train 1 by traveling from A to B, and the speeds are interchanged while traveling from B to C. The ratio of time taken by train 1 to that taken by train 2 in traveling from A to C is 100 distance, 300 distance, speed 1, speed 2, speed 2, speed 1, 100 seconds, 150 seconds, 50 seconds, 300 seconds. Total time taken here is 250. Total time taken here is 350. The ratio is 5:7. Yes. Very, very straightforward question. Why? Acha, you may have a question. Why did I not even, as in, of course, I should write down A, B, and C. That I'm guessing that is not your question, but your question would be, when these are only ratios given, how am I taking precise values? Will that not cause trouble? When only ratios are given, why is me taking precise values not giving me any bother? Because finally also we need ratio only. Finally also we need ratio only. Precisely, people. Very nice. If they had asked me something specific in meter per second or kilometer per hour, then I could not have done this nonsense. Then I would have had to check it out. But right now, doing this is acceptable. Okay. Let C be a circle of radius 5 meters having center at O. Let PQ be a chord of C that passes through points A and B, where A is located 4 meters north of O and B is located 3 meters east of O. Then the length of PQ in meters is nearest to. I would have left it off for round 2. I would have definitely left this off for round 2 because I can't make sense of this line. Let me try. Okay. Radius is 5. PQ be a chord. Can't take this as chord. Okay. That passes through points A and B. This is A, 4, and B is located 3 meters east. 3. AB I know is 5. Then the length of PQ, center at O. Okay. I need length. Similar triangles or special triangles. There is a special right angle triangle here or circles. Drawing radius is okay. I can drop a perpendicular from here. This will be 2.4. The perpendicular from O to AB will be 2.4. Let's call this point N. And now TM and MQ will be equal. TM and MQ will be equal. So all I have to do is join this line. PO I know to be 5. So PM square has to be equal to 5 square minus 2.4 square. So PM square is equal to 25 minus 5.76. PM square is equal to 19.24. क्या घटिया नंबर है? So PM is equal to under root 19.24. 44 का स्क्वायर कितना होता है? 1936. 44 square is 1936. Okay. Pm is roughly 4.4 and we need length of PQ, double of this. So I'll go 8.8. But yeah, I think the smarter thing here to see is Pm is greater than 4. So PQ has to be greater than 8. Among the options, the only one that fits is this. I think Arjun said this. No, yes. PQ has to be greater than 8. Only option 4 suffices. Options are nice, but otherwise not very, not leaving a good taste. Good thing I left it for round 2. Let's move. The entire game boils down to, can you see this 2.4? Once you see this 2.4, it will open up. Until you see this 2.4, it will not. Most likely in CAT, what I would have done is I would have found out the precise square root of 19.24 and then seen whatever would have happened. That would have been an error. That would have been an error, but that is what I would have done. Definitely. Okay. Maybe move. The number of integers that satisfy the equality. This again very similar to CAT slot 1 question. If you remember, just that in the power here we no longer have a quadratic expression. Anyway, there are cases when base is 1, power is anything. When base is anything, power is 0. Or when base is -1, power is even. These are the things that we have to take care of. So first case, base is 1, x square minus 5x plus 7 is equal to 1, or x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 or 3. Yes, works. 2 I've gotten. Power is equal to 0, x is equal to -1. Yes, this also works. Now base is equal to -1. X square minus 5x plus 8 is equal to 0. 8 so I can't break. 8 I can't break into 5. X will be equal to 5 plus minus under root 25 minus 32. Forget an integer. This is not even a real root. This is complex root. So the number of integers that will satisfy this equality are 3, option 2. Yes. I would leave it for round 2 because I had to write it down. But all these judgments are so far-fetched because I'm doing it outside the pressure of an exam hall. क्या पता एग्जाम में जान निकल गई तो भी कर रहे हैं, बट ठीक है. Maybe move. These 3 cases we have to take care of. No. Let fx be equal to x square plus ax plus b and gx be equal to fx plus 1 minus fx minus 1. If fx is greater than 0 for all real x and g20 is equal to 72, then the smallest possible value of b is yo. First thing we do is round 2. We are not doing this in round 1 ever. At least I'm not doing this in round 1 ever. This is the only precise info I have. Let me fix. So F21 minus F19. F21 will be 441 plus 21A plus B minus 361 minus 19A minus B is equal to 72. Okay. So this gives me 80. 2a plus 80 is equal to 72 or a equal to -4. This much I have got. Okay. So my fx is essentially equal to x square minus 4x plus the, अब इसके आगे क्या करेंगे? क्या करेंगे? यहाँ पे तो फंस गए। I would have skipped in exam by now. I would have run away. दिख तो नहीं रहा। अच्छा जनता। The chat is telling me, this is not my inference, the chat is telling me I have to use this. Fx is greater than equal to 0. So if x square minus 4x plus b has to be greater than equal to 0. Okay, x square minus 4x plus 4 plus b minus 4 has to be greater than equal to 0. X minus 2 whole square plus b minus 4 has to be greater than equal to 0. This will give me a 0. Minimum value that this expression gives me is a 0. So b has to be greater than equal to 4. Minimum possible value of b is 4. This I've gotten, but I would have been stuck in exam. This thing I would not have seen for myself. This thing I would not have reached the conclusion myself. Okay. Makes sense. What have I done? I've completed the square here. I've completed the square here. Seen that. But once you people gave me the clue to move here, only then did I see the remainder of that work. Makes sense, people? Makes sense. Nice question. Okay. Let C1 and C2 be concentric circles such that the diameter of C1 is 2 centimeter longer than that of C2. Diameter is 2 centimeter longer, so radius 1 is equal to radius 2 plus 1. Okay. In the chord of C1, take C1, under C2. If a chord of C1 has length of 6 centimeter and is tangent to C2, concentric circles, so their centers are same. This is 3 full. This is 90 full. This is R. This is R plus 1. I have never been happier. This is 4. This is 5. The Pythagorean triplet. Then the diameter in centimeter of C1 is. This is 5. This is 5. Answer should be 10. Yes. But then this has a knock-on effect. ये सवाल नहीं हुआ उसके चक्कर में ना इसमें भी भरोसा नहीं आ रहा था शुरुआत में कि हो पाएगा. ठीक है. But numbers are nice. 5, 3, 4. Okay. Let's move. From an interior point of an equilateral triangle, the perpendiculars are drawn on all 3 sides. The sum of length of the 3 perpendiculars is S. Then the area of the triangle is बहुत ही light है. √3/2 A is equal to S. A is equal to S by √3 into 2. Area of the triangle is √3/4 into S square by 4/3. Cancel, cancel, cancel √3. S square by √3. This should be the answer. I'm not fully explained my thought process, but just see this. From an interior point of an equilateral triangle, perpendiculars are drawn on all three sides. Which is the most familiar interior point of an equilateral triangle that you know? Most familiar interior point of an equilateral? Centroid or circumcenter or incenter or orthocenter. All these centers are the same point. Let's take this point. If this is x, this is 2x. If this is my center point, if this is x, this is 2x. These would also be x. The sum of the length of the three perpendiculars is x. This x, this x, this x adds up to 3x, and this perpendicular also adds up to 3x. The altitude of an equilateral triangle is given by √3/2 side. This is equal to s according to the question. I've taken the side as a. So √3/2 a is this. So a is equal to 2s by √3. Now, because I need the area of the triangle, all I have to do is √3/4 a square. A I know to be this much. Put it. √3/4, 4s square by 3, cancel √3, 4 gone, s square by √3, option 2. Pretty straightforward. Yes. Can this point be taken as any one vertex? Most definitely. Why not? I take it here. So the perpendicular here is this one. Perpendicular to this side is 0. Perpendicular to this side is 0. So I simply need the perpendicular only. That is also absolutely fine, Priyansh. Absolutely fine. Wonderful. Maybe move. This is deformation idea. They have not put any limitation on the interior points. Take it to at a point where you are happy with it, where you find it convenient. Okay. For the same principal amount, the compound interest for 2 years at 5% per annum exceeds simple interest for 3 years at 3% per annum by 1125. The principal amount in rupees is. So P into 21/20 into 21/20 minus P into 103/100 into 103/100 into 103/100 is equal to 1125. इतना घटिया, सीधा कैलकुलेटर उठाएंगे डालेंगे इसको, तुम क्या ही करें. ठीक है. Round 1 here, round 2 here. The same principal amount. Okay. 5%, 5%, 0.25%, and here 9%. ठीक है. First case, this is wrong. This is wrong. First case is compound interest. Second case is simple interest. बस बता रहे एग्जाम में टैलेंट होते हैं. ठीक है. तो 5%, 5%, 0.25%, ये तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट निकालने वाला काम है, तो ये ऐसे ही कर लेते हैं. Interest that you get in this case under compound interest, you would have 441p by 400 as the amount. The principal would of course be p. So the interest that you get here is 41/400p. In the other case, this is under CI. Under simple interest, amount would be 3% for 3 years, so 9% you would get 1.09p or 109p by 100. Principal is of course p. The interest here is 9 by 100p. We've been told 41 by 400 minus 9 by 100. Whole thing p is equal to 1125. This becomes 36. This goes. So we get p is equal to 1125 into 400 by 5. Cancel. Becomes 2, 1, 2, 2, 5. So p is equal to 900 followed by 2 zeros. So 90,000. Yes, this is so much nicer. This is so much nicer. I would have done it in round 2 because I saw this, and most likely I would have marked the wrong answer. But yeah, p equal to 90,000. The question is straightforward. Me being in a different mental space is, I read it as compound interest in both these cases. Nobody read it as compound interest in both these cases. I was the only one to make this error. Okay, okay, nice. I feel if Govind did, then I'm very sad, but rest okay. I'm thinking like Govind now. My life has come full circle. This will be the last paper we are ever discussing. Okay. नहीं नहीं ठीक है. But क्या stupidity है यार. And this expression is so frightening. 103 का क्यूब किसको आता है? Okay, the answer is of course 90,000. Done. Next one. Last one. In a group of 10 students, the mean of the lowest 9 students is 42, while the mean of the highest 9 is 47. For the entire group of 10 students, the maximum possible mean exceeds the minimum possible mean by. Take it. Answer is this. Yes, people, yes. Is the answer this? Is the answer option 1, 4? No one knows the answer. Okay. I'll tell you, I'll do it. I'll do it the mathematical way, and then I'll do it what I thought of, what enabled me to reach an answer so quickly. So mathematical way would be checking extremes. So the extreme case would be lowest 9 scorers. Lowest 9 scorers are all 42. Are all 42. And then when you're taking the 9 highest scorers have an average of 47. So highest plus 8 into 42 is equal to 9 into 47. The highest score. Lowest 9 scores are all 42. This is one case. Highest plus 8 into 42 is 9 into this. So highest will be equal to 9 into 42 minus 8 into 42 plus 9 into 5. I've broken down 9 into 47 into 9 into 42, 9 into 5 just to get it easier. H is equal to 42 plus 45 or 87. The highest score here is 87. Okay, if the highest score here is 87, so the highest score here is 87. So can I go? How much more? 45 extra he has got to. This person has got 45 extra than these people, and this 45 extra will be divided among 10 people. So the new average will be 46.5 here. In this case, it will be 46.5. Average of all 10 people will be 46.5. Yes. Okay. The other extreme case would be highest 9 people, highest 9 scorers are all 47. highest 9 scorers are all 47. So lowest plus 8 into 47 should be equal to 9 into 42. So lowest should be equal to 9 into 42 minus 8 into 42 minus 5 into, sorry, minus 8 into 5. Yes. So I get lowest is equal to 17 here. (42 minus 25), lowest is equal to 17 here. So now the new average here will be, this person is bringing with it a deficit of, कुछ गड़बड़ कर दी क्या हमने, क्योंकि यहाँ तो 2.5 आ रहा है आंसर मेरा, a deficit of 30 यहाँ पे एक, रुको highest 9 scores are this 8 into 47, 9 into 42, this okay, 42 minus 40, this is 2. This is 2. What am I doing? 9 into 42 minus 8 into 42. So this is minus this. As in minus 40. 42 minus 40 is 2. Lowest is 2. Cool. So this person is bringing in a deficit of 45 divided by 10. So 45 divided by 10 will get me to 4.5 lower, or 42.5. The average in this instant will be 42.5. The difference between the two averages is 4. So answer will be option 1, 4. Yes. और अबे ये सब हमने मन में नहीं किया, वही तो बता रहे, ये सब हमने मन में नहीं किया, हम बता रहे क्या गेम हो रही है इसमें, हम बता रहे इसके अंदर गेम क्या हो रही है. There is nothing that I have done in my मन. This way, it does everyone understand? Worst comes to worst, we can do it. Worst comes to worst, we can do it. Now I'll do it slightly differently. Of course, I've seen this trigger, this setup earlier. Lowest, highest वालों को छोड़ो. बीच के जो 8 people हैं, the persons who are not the lowest and the persons who are not the highest, they are the ones moving the needle immensely. Forget the lowest, forget the highest. The people in the middle are the ones who are either being 42 or being 47. They are the ones who are moving the needle immensely. These 8 people, from this case to this case, how much are they changing the total? Their own total? Are they changing the total by 5? And this has to be distributed among 10 people. Answer is 4. This is something I had derived or seen similar questions earlier, derived earlier, and therefore I know this works. But आंसर क्यों आया ऐसे? क्योंकि हमने मेहनत की थी और हमने ये निकाला था अपने लिए, और तभी हम बता रहे, तभी हमने मैथ्स वाला तरीका भी हमें जानते हैं और फिर हम ये तरीका भी जानते हैं. Let's go. Do we know the long? We know the long way. That is good enough. That is absolutely fine. Otherwise, this also works. And this is something I worked on earlier. इसीलिए पता है. Very nice. So let's. Okay, this is over now. I hope you learned something. And compared to slot 1, we completed the discussion earlier today. So that is nice. we will meet again in a shorter period of time, but then hopefully you can see if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'll skip this also. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, although I would have gotten it wrong. There are 15 questions that can be done. No? 45 is not an unattainable score in this paper, and I've skipped over every question in which there can potentially be any problem. The problem is not that there are 15 questions. The problem is usually identifying which 15 to invest time, because we tend to pick up every question under the sun and then solve and not be able to solve and then be sad. But must 15 तो आराम से हो सकते हैं, उसके बाद डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर प्रोफिशिएंसी यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स पुश दैट टू 60s and 70s, बट ठीक है 15 are definitely doable. It is not as if this was beyond the pay. Yes, I think I would have gotten 2 questions I would have skipped, 2 questions. One I would have gotten wrong, that CISI wala, and one other I would have skipped. Which one would I have skipped? That one, जिसमें greater than 0 वो कुछ F वाला था. Those 2 questions I would not have been able to do, but चल जाएगा. Good enough paper की ठीक ठाक नंबर आ जाए जब तक. ठीक है people, stopping the recording now. Okay, bye.